welcome back to the New York studio. I'm James with HobbyKing, and we're back with another product profile, and this time it's on one of our latest releases. You'll find it on the new items page. This is the HobbyKing Petit Bi-Plane. So now this biplane is a balsa plug and play. This is the plug and play version. We also sell a kit version, and the beauty about the kit version, it just doesn't have the electronics, but it is already pre-covered for you. But again, this was the plug and play version, so this is the one that we've been using for the duration of this product profile. And we're gonna start with the flight characteristics. Guys, we took it out the other day, and we had a ton of fun whipping this thing around. It is 810 millimeter wingspan, and it's perfect for your park flyer because it's not that big. It easily fits in your car, and it's pretty durable. As far, again, as transportation, we didn't get any nicks or dings. It's pretty easy to get in and out of the car and get out to the flight field. So when we had it out flying, obviously, being a biplane, normally when we do a product profile, we'll take you through the entire flight and show the whole thing. But the beauty of this model is it can stay up in the air for a good 8 minutes. We were flying it on each pack. It's flying on a 1300 milliamp LiPo. So again, we weren't gonna sit there for a full 8 minutes of a park flyer, because the beauty of this little guy is that he is just a park flyer. You're gonna do some simple, docile flight characteristics, a lot of slow flying, which is fantastic. Perfect for park flying. It took off really well. You're gonna get all your aerobatics. It can definitely do loops and rolls. You're gonna have no problem with stall turns, and it flies inverted beautifully as well. Alex was up there chasing this thing with his Vortex with a GoPro on it, and getting some gorgeous shots. It was the perfect speed for a lot of the chase cam footage that we do use it for. So as far as the flight characteristics, again, guys, you can't go wrong. Now, if you're looking to get into RC modeling, then this definitely is not going to be the plane for you. Even though it's a plug and play, it is a balsa kit, and usually not the best for beginners, because if you crash, it is very unforgiving when you crash a balsa model. But somebody who's already been into flying and wants to get into balsa planes without doing the cover work and a lot of the hard parts, this is a great model for a beginner who's getting into the balsa modeling. This is the first balsa model that I put together, so right after I talk a little bit more about this, we're going to get into the build portion, and you'll see just how quickly it did go together. As far as the flight characteristics goes, you can't beat it for the price. Perfect little slow fly plane. You got an 8x6 slow fly prop on the front of it, which is, again, more than enough, and that 1300 milliamp pack, again, not only lasts long, but if you're using the graphene 1300, you're also going to get the power throughout the flight. Before we get into the build, let's go real quick run through the specs. So inside, you're going to have a 2212 900 kV motor. You have a 20 amp ESC already included, and you're going to have 4 9-gram servos, 2 for the ailerons, 1 for the elevator, and 1 for the rudder. And again, when you get the plug and play model, that's all pre-installed. So guys, not much more to say about the flying of the model. Again, you can see it there. It looks beautiful in the sky. The color scheme is fantastic, really stands out with those yellow wings and the blue fuselage. And now I'm gonna take you back in time, take you to when I pulled it out of the box, and show you the build. Now we got it out of the box, and right away when you get your Le Petit and you take it out of the box, you'll notice, because it is balsa, that they really do package it well. We had no problems. We're seeing no dings on anything. It all came out of the box beautifully. Now we got the plug and play model, of course, so this is everything you're going to get out of the box when you see it. So let's just walk you through a little bit. Obviously, you have your 2 wing sections. Bottom wing already has the leads coming out, already attached to the servos, but you can easily, with a small screwdriver, take those out, get to your servos to do your centering, but I guess we'll do that later on. You do get your elevator, you got a rudder, we have landing gear, which looks like it's going to attach pretty easily. 2 baggies, one has your rods and screws, and the other one has all your horns, etc. Going to be in there. They gave you some measuring. This is great for measuring your angles, so that's awesome. We'll be able to put that together nicely. All right, and then we come over to the fuselage, which is the star of the show, especially in the plug-and-play version. You'll notice everything already installed. You do have a 20 amp ESC, again, already in there, and that's going to be in a separate hatch from the rest of the plane, so you can always access it. Just comes with a little grub screw, so that's easy access there. And then the motor, the 2212 900 kV motor, already pre-installed, so again, that's less work for you when you get the plug-and-play version. So then you also get your struts for in between the biplane, but what's nice about this model, as it says in the directions, is that you don't have to put the top wing on. You could probably remove this as well pretty easily, and then you just have one wing plane, which would also probably look pretty cool. We do have an 8x6 propeller that comes with, and that is about it. This is how you're gonna get your Le Petit out of the box. Exactly what it means, the plane itself. It is very petite. It came in a nicely assembled, smaller box, and we can't wait to put it together. So as I'm building it, if I have to stop and let you know any little things, I will do that, but I have a feeling this is gonna go together pretty quickly, and then you'll see it when it's done. All right, guys, step one, you're gonna wanna slide the landing gear into the slot and then hold in place with the retainer. I ended up gluing it in. Just make sure those two square lines, one in the fuselage and one on that plywood retainer, line up, because later, a spar that helps hold your lower wing into place is gonna use that slot. Then after that, I want you to glue everything together as far as the elevator goes. So you see these hinges, make sure you put them in the fuselage first. Get your elevator in the fuselage, then worry about gluing the hinges into place. Just be a little patient, and this is where I used a little bit of thinner glue. After that, it was gluing the fin and rudder assemblies into place, so just make sure you line them up, and you should be all good to go. So that completes the tail section, and then it wants you to move over to the wings. So the first thing we did was glue into place the inner plane strut fixings to the lower wing. Then we put in the aileron control horn, getting ready to assemble the push rods, which we'll do later. So after you have all your bits glued on to each section, next is attaching it. So first, you're going to attach the lower wing to the fuselage, and that just uses plastic screws. Then after that's on, turn the plane over, and you're going to attach the upper wing to the cabane struts with bolts and the self-locking nuts that they give you. And now attaching the two interplane struts, just pay attention to the direction, because the one with the curved edge is going to go to the lower wing, and the one with the flat edge is going to attach to the top wing. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this part. So guys, once you get the whole model together, the last thing you have to do is just install, again, the 8x6 slow fly propeller, and then throw in a receiver and get yourself out there and flying. We're using an FR Sky 4-channel receiver. You need at least a minimum of 4 channels, and we were using the Tyrannus as we were flying this model. But again, guys, just a beautiful plane. We had a lot of fun with it. I'm sure this thing's gonna be coming out with us to the field a lot because it is so easy to fly. Something real quick while we have a little break between shoots, while we're changing over cameras and stuff. I could definitely see myself throwing this bad boy up and taking for a flight. But that'll do it for us here in the New York studio with this product profile. Stay tuned for more product profiles, more product videos, more weekly updates, and more throughout social media from us, and we'll see you next time.